Next is the habitable exoplanets. So habitable exoplanets, recently the Kepler spacecraft shows that there are large number of habitable exoplanets. What are these exoplanets? Exoplanets are those planets which are outside the solar system of our solar system. If they are outside, they are called as exoplanets. And what is called habitable, which has water, is called as habitable, which has living conditions, is called as habitable. So Kepler spacecraft was the NASA's first planet hunting mission. This is the main aim of this mission is to find the exoplanets, habitable exoplanets. And TESS is a new planet hunter of the NASA. So know about these exoplanets. In the recent times, we have seen a previous question of Goldilocks zone. So this is, they have asked this question. So exoplanets also you prepare, habitable exoplanets. And very important, Venus is also very much important because ISRO is planning to launch a Venus mission, that is Shukrayan. Shukra means in Indian language we say it as Shukrudu. That is Venus is called as Shukrudu. So this Venus is considered as twin sister of the Earth. So both have the common origin and both have similar density and gravity, mass, etc. So that is the reason why we call it as twin sister. But only one difference between this Earth and Venus is that Earth rotates from west to east. Earth rotates from west to east, whereas Venus rotates from east to west. Okay, opposite direction. The rotation, not revolution. Rotation. They are rotating from east to west, and Earth is rotating from west to east. This is the main difference. So, if they have to ask, they will ask this question because they did not. I think they did not ask much about this Mars orbiter mission. Also, they can also repeat the same question, Mars orbiter mission. So, know about these things. So in 2024 to 2020 or 2026, we are planning to launch this Venus orbiter mission, WORM. We have done MOM, now it is WORM. So Shukrayan mission. What is the name of that Mars orbiter mission? Sanskrit or Indian language? Himalayan. Very good. Himalayan. So this is going to launch. They are going to launch through the GSLV Mark 3, Mark 2 or Mark 3 launching vehicle. But Mars MOM is launched through PSLV only, not GSLV. Okay, we have launched MOM through PSLV, not GSLV. This is also one of the difference. Then 30-meter telescope is there. This is an astronomical observatory with extreme large telescope. Japan and USA. Did China launch the Mars orbiter mission? I mean, any mission towards to the Mars? India is the fourth country to launch a mission to the Mars. One is USA, EU, Russia or Japan is there, and then India is there. Okay, so I have written the notes of MOM also. Just look into it. So this 30-meter telescope is funded by Canada, China, India, Japan, and USA. It is located in Mauna Kea, Hawaii, USA. This will enable scientists to study fainter objects. Fainter means which we cannot see. Very faintly we can see, far away from us, which gives information about early stages of evolution of the universe. So these things, if you have to see, then we can see with this 30-meter telescope, which is very big telescope. Then there is Param Siddhi. Param Siddhi is the supercomputer of India supercomputer. Recently, it has achieved the global ranking of 63 among the top 500 most powerful non-distributed computer systems in the world. Okay, whatever the iPads which we are using presently are supercomputers in 1960s. Okay, it established this supercomputer program is established through National Supercomputing Mission installed in CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing Units. Petaflops. The speed is measured through petaflops per second. So know what is India's speed, supercomputer speed. Then there are above it there are teraflops also. Fastest supercomputer. So it is your duty to know what is the fastest supercomputer, what is India's speed. Then hydrogen as a fuel. Recently we are going towards the renewable energy to cut the carbon emissions. So H2, that is hydrogen, acts as effective alternate fuel that can be produced from diverse domestic resources. So H2, we have selected H2 because of its abundance in the universe or in the Earth in Earth's atmosphere also. There is high energy density is there, better combustion characteristics are there, and it is moreover it is non-polluting in nature. These are the advantages when compared to the conventional fuels like methane is there, or crude oil is there. It is the uh, very much green in nature when compared to the conventional fuels. And types of H2 also we have to know, that is green H2, gray H2, and blue H2. So this green H2 produced through green resources, that is electrolysis of water. When we break the water, we have this H2. Okay, I don't think that H2 will break into H2 and O. No, it will not break like that. It will. There is some other thing. Then gray H2 is there. It is derived from the fossil fuels. And blue H2 is there. It is derived from natural gas through process of steam methane reforming. So they are the three kinds of hydrogen gases which we can be extracting. So future depends completely on the renewable energy. So presently we are looking for hydrogen vehicles also, vehicles using this hydrogen fuel. Then International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor. This question is already asked. So they can ask deeper into this or something related to it. So it is a collaboration of 35 nations. Why they are experimenting? So if they're experimenting means they are looking for something bigger. What is that bigger? Until now, we have this fission reactions only. So what we are doing in the fission reactions, a large nuclear material we are taking, or large material we are taking, and we are breaking it to produce energy. So uranium is the main fuel. Uranium 238. We are breaking into uranium 235 to produce energy. So this fission uses this nuclear material like uranium, thorium, etc. But we are planning for this thermonuclear experimental reactor experiment. We are doing on what? We are shifting from fission to fusion. So fusion, the sun's energy they get because of the fusion only, because of the fusion reaction. Because hydrogen is the element present in the sun. So two hydrogen molecules are combining and which produce more energy than fission reaction. So when we break only, we are getting certain energy. Then don't you think when we combine two things, don't you think it will create more energy than what the energy which is which released by breaking it? So this international thermonuclear experimental reactor is present in the France. Remember, it is a fusion reactor. Okay, to build world's aim is to build world's largest reactor, that is tokamak. Tokamak based on the fusion. Tokamak is an experimental mission designed to harness the energy of fusion. Then there is HL2M tokamak. This is the experimental nuclear fusion reactor. China has successfully powered up its artificial sun. Why it named as artificial sun? Because sun also produces energy through fusion reaction only. So that is the reason why they have named it as artificial sun. Nowadays they are making artificial moon also. Okay, instead of street lights, they are planning to create a big light, that is the moon, to have night light also, so that they can reduce the energy consumption. So they are planning main thing. So anything can be produced by China. Okay, it produces most clean energy than nuclear fission also. In nuclear fission, we get nuclear as a waste. Nuclear waste material is there. We until now we did not figure out how to handle this nuclear waste. Dumping creates more pollution, more heat. So still it is a challenge for India. So it is better to shift from the fission reactions, nuclear reactors, to fusion nuclear reactors to get more energy and clean energy. Then there are, as I've said, there is conventional vaccines and gene-based vaccines. These conventional vaccines use attenuated or inactivated pathogens or killed pathogens. Attenuated or killed pathogens. These are known as killed vaccines. They require refrigeration. We have to store these vaccines in refrigerator only. So cool temperature is required. Otherwise, when we store in the room temperature, then this attenuated vaccines can turn into live vaccines. Live. So live means it will create more harm than good. Okay. Then there are gene-based vaccines. Gene-based vaccines are two types. It can be DNA-based vaccine, or it can be RNA-based vaccine. So both vaccines deliver a message to the cell to create a desired protein, which is this protein acts as a savior, or this protein acts as the agent which uh, fights upon the virus. Okay, these gene-based vaccines can be stored at room temperature also. That is the main advantage of these gene-based vaccines. So in the evolution, first we created killed vaccines, that is inactivated vaccines. Then we created attenuated vaccines. Then now we are moving towards gene-based vaccines, which is more efficient than these killed or attenuated vaccines. And this COVID vaccines are gene-based vaccines only. COVID vaccines are gene-based vaccines. Then quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is there. So have you listened about this quantum computers? Quantum computers are majorly developed to ensure better security features. So one of the technique they are using is this quantum entanglement only. So entanglement means when two objects, that is light particles or photons, are in entangled state. Don't ask me what is this entangled state. I don't know what is this entangled state. Made to one state, then it will change the state of other object also. So its spin is reflected in the other particle. So this spinning and everything is there. So if it is negative half spin, the other particle will make positive half spin or something like that. One changes, the other also changes. So it is developed. If developed, this property can be used to transmit a message at a very high level secrecy from one point to the other part to another. So in 2020, China demonstrated this quantum communications technology using satellite Miscellaneous. Okay, they are successful in doing this. Okay, remember this quantum entanglement is for what? All these things they will ask. Then Mars Orbiter mission, as we have already seen, this is launched in 2013 by PSLV. The launch vehicle is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, PSLV C-25. Main objective is for exploration of Mars surface features, morphology, mineralogy, Martian atmosphere by indigenous scientific instruments. So it is completely indigenous orbiter mission, which we have sent, and the first mission which we sent, and it was successful. Phobos and Deimos are the two moons of the Mars. And other missions of the Mars are ExoMars mission by ESA and Russian Space Agency, Mars rover mission by NASA, Hope mission by UAE. This is the first interplanetary mission of Arab country. In the Arab country, if anything is investing on technology, that is the UAE only. UAE is investing in technology more and more. They are investing in artificial intelligence. They are investing in these kind of satellite missions and everything. So Hope mission is by UAE. Very important this time. They can give for the match the following. So it will be useful for elimination. Hope mission is by Arab countries. Interplanetary mission only. And Tianwen-1, China's first Mars exploration mission. Okay. Then there is arsenic poisoning. Read about this fluoride poisoning also. Fluoride poisoning, which is present in Telangana state of Nalgonda more often because of the groundwater. The fluoride is present in the groundwater. If we are drinking, then it is leading to the deformation of the tooth or deformation of the bones also. Okay, and Rajasthan has highest number of fluoride habitations in the country. Rajasthan has highest number of fluoride habitations in the country. So fluoride is also important. Arsenic is important, which is highly toxic poisoning. According to WHO guidelines, the drinking water quality, the permissible limit of arsenic in the groundwater should be less than 0.01 milligrams per liter. See the thing. They're not giving in ppms, parts per million. They're giving in mgs. So it should contain very less amount of this arsenic in the groundwater, because it can lead to black foot disease. Our hands and our legs become black, and we can be mummified also. So it looks like we got mummified. Black spots will be there. So black foot disease is the disease associated with arsenic. So when you read the basic science and technology books, you concentrate on these things. Vitamins, deficiency of which vitamins cause which disease. Water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins are important. And main diseases also you read, like fluoride. If the fluoride is there, what is the disease associated with fluoride? What is the disease associated with arsenic? All these things. What is the disease associated with silicon? Okay, these things are important. They are not asking from 2 to 3 years, but we can't expect that they will not ask. If they ask, then you should be knowing about it. This comes in the basic tech science. Basic science it comes. Then evolution of the star is also important, as we have recently discovered this unicorn. Unicorn is the economic term also. What is this unicorn in economy? Which crosses the turnover of $1 billion. It is called as unicorn. So India is the fourth largest startup thing. So thanks to the government with new initiatives to start the startups. So we are in the fourth position, and Israel in the first position. So unicorn is this, and there is a unicorn which is related to this stars also. There is a black hole. Unicorn black hole is there, which is discovered very near to the sun, very near to the solar system. Okay, this black hole is discovered in Milky Way galaxy, which is near to the solar system only. So evolution of the star, there are various stages: red star, supernova, neutron star, and black hole. So red star is a fusion. If the fusion reaction stops, the core of the star, when hydrogen fusion reaction stops the core of the star, hydrogen gets exhausted, which is leading to unstable star, and which in turn expands and becomes red. Why it becomes red? Why it becomes red? Because if you see the energy, green, if you see the gas stove which is present in the kitchen, green flame means which is uh, good flame. When it turns into red, we can say that the gas is getting emptied. So there is a crunch in the fuel present in the cylinder. So then our parents will order for the new cylinder. So red means this one. So when the fuel gets emptied, then the star becomes red in color, which expands and turns red. Then there is dwarf star. When the mass of the star is less than 1.44 times of the mass of the sun, is called as dwarf star. So this 1.44 times is called as Chandrasekhar limit. Okay, it's called as Chandrasekhar limit. Then there is supernova. When the mass of the star is more than 1.44 times of the sun, there remains enough helium in the core for the fusion. So, but the outer envelope explodes, causing supernova explosion. So there will be explosion comes. So all these stages go between 1.44 to 3 times of the sun. It is called as neutron star. And lastly, black hole. It will become when the mass of the star is bigger than 3 times that of the sun. It is called as black hole. And black hole has huge density because black hole is very small, but the mass is more. If you see the density, it is mass by volume. So mass is more and volume is less. So there is more attraction. Before when I was discussing the previous year question papers, I have said about this space time. Space time is like a net. Like imagine a volleyball net or any badminton net. If you hold it in the air, it will be like this. So more is the weight of any particular body, then the net goes like this because the weight of this body is more. So more is the weight, more deeper it goes. The net sinks deeper. So black hole occupies less amount of space, but it is very much uh, weight, very high weight is there. That is the reason why we say wormholes are also formed. So that means that this it will be like this. It is be connecting to the other side of the space time. So net goes and net it will be connecting like this. So wormholes are present near to. If you have seen Interstellar movie, then you will understand all these things. I also did not understand. Don't worry. So just remember this black hole thing. Then Indian Human Space Flight Program. So this space flight program is launched in 2007 only. It is not the recent one. It is by ISRO. So program to develop technology needed to launch crewed orbital spacecraft into low Earth orbit. So under this, first manned mission was placed. Unmanned mission, not manned mission, is placed in December 2021, and second unmanned mission they are planning in 2022-23. So this Gaganyaan mission. Then once we test this unmanned missions, then we will test the manned missions. That is Gaganyaan. Other manned missions are Vostok and Mercury mission are the manned missions by Soviet Union and USSR and USA in the previous times. Okay, know about this human space flight program. What are the stages and everything, which is important. If I get the notes, then I will send it once these classes they get completed. Then LIGO India project is there. LIGO India project is mainly G. Remember gravitational waves. Okay, LIGO project operates 3 gravitational wave detectors. 2 are present in Hanford and 1 is present in Livingston. Both are present in USA only. LIGO India project is there, which is international collaboration between LIGO Laboratory of USA and 3 lead institute of plasma research, IUCAA Pune, and Raja Ramanna Center of Advanced Technology, which is present in Indore. So Indian wing of LIGO project is present in Hingoli district. Okay, constructing these L-shaped arms to detect the cosmic waves, that is gravitational waves. Gravitational waves are least energetic waves. So that is the reason why we can't detect these. They are not, moreover, they are not electromagnetic waves. That is the reason why we are unable to detect these gravitational waves. But these gravitational waves come when two black holes merge with each other. Then they release huge amount of ripples. For example, if you throw a stone in a plain water, what happens? It produces ripples. These ripples it will produce. So similarly, when two huge amount of bodies with huge mass merge, then huge amount of energy is released through the gravity. Whole space time will be in a wavy pattern. We are going to detect those things. So which gives which advocates for this Einstein's theory of relativity. NISAR is NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. It's called as NISAR. So it is a technique of producing high resolution images. Will be launched in 2022. The collaboration between India and ISRO, in USA, that is NASA and ISRO. It will scan globe every 12 days and gives unprecedented view of the planet, because high resolution images we are going to get through this synthetic aperture radar. Okay. Yes, they will ask these are relating to what. Then gigaton volume detector. Gigaton volume detector is the world's one of the biggest underwater neutrino telescopes, which is present in Baikal Lake. Baikal, also called as world's deepest lake, which is present in Siberia, Russia. Recently, if you have seen in the previous year question papers, you will find this word Baikal Sea. It is one of the world's third largest neutrino detectors. Ice Cube is one, and Antares is the other, which is both developed by CERN, that is the European Space Research Organization. Ice Cube and Antares, which are also going to detect these gravitational waves, neutrinos. Okay, neutrino detector. Next, not gravitational waves, neutrinos. Then Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap is a insectivorous plant. There are other insectivorous plant like pitcher plant is also one of the insectivorous plant. Why flowers are having eating these insects? What is the main reason? Exactly, nitrogen is absent in the soil. So nitrogen is absent in the soils. So in the evolution process, they got dependent on the insects only. So as the nitrogen is not present in the soil, so they have to search for an alternate way. As a good nitrogen only, that is the insects. So they are depending on the insects for this nitrogen. So a recent study showed that this Venus flytrap will be, there are two these things are there. It will be attached to a common stem. These acts as a closing plates. So recently, what they have studied is that this particular plant is generating this magnetic field. So because of that magnetic field only, they are getting closer to each other. When the insect comes, they are closing the wings and they are trapping the insect. So this generates small magnetic fields. It generates electric signals to trigger the closure of these traps to catch this insect. So because of the magnetic field only, they are able to produce this kind of energy to close the wings of that plant. So this is biomagnetism phenomena. This is a biomagnetism phenomena. So I'm expecting this question. And other insectivorous plants are Nepenthes, pitcher plants, and cobra lily, or some other insectivorous plant. So they will give Nepenthes, pitcher, and cobra are also other insectivorous plants. So see the names. As this is very unknown, very much known to the people, they will give insectivorous plants only. They will not play with other plants. Okay, don't worry. Then miscellaneous, there are certain miscellaneous topics. PUSA decomposer. PUSA decomposer is there. This is a biodecomposer technique of converting stubble into manure. So this consists of 7 fungi that produces enzymes to digest the cellulose, lignin, and pectin in paddy straws. So this acts as a manure to the agriculture itself. So this PUSA decomposer is developed with PUSA Institute. That is the reason why they have named this as PUSA. with their name only, they have, it is present in Delhi. Pusa Institute is present in Delhi. If you have asked any person who is studied in Delhi, then he will know, because it is very near to the UPSC hub. Then one web satellites. It is one web satellites. This is by Bharati Global and UK government to launch 36 communication satellites in the low Earth orbits. Aim is to provide high-speed internet from the constellation of satellites in India by mid 2020. Okay. Then LiDAR. LiDAR is light detection and ranging survey. It is a remote sensing method that uses light in the form of pulsed laser to measure the distances of the between two places in the Earth. So this technique is being presently used by National High Speed Rail Corporation Limited for preparing a detailed project report for the proposed Delhi to Varanasi high speed corridor. So they are using this particular technique, that is LiDAR technique, to detect, to know the distance between two places through the laser detection. So what they are doing is that they are sending one helicopter or UAV with this particular mission, light detection and ranging survey, and they are calculating the distance instead of using the humans to go and calculate the distance, which will get exact distance between two places. Then solar winds hack. Solar winds hack is a term which I have seen in the news, which is a cyber attack thing which is present, which USA got attacked. So it is emerged as one of the biggest hack targeted against the US government, its agencies, and other private companies. So UPSC has this habit of asking these kind of names: solar winds, other cyber attack instruments also. The virus, important cyber viruses, you know the names of these important cyber viruses. They will ask their solar winds, the other cyber attack phishing tools is related to what? They will ask these kind of things. So names you remember. Then Saguna rice technique, SRT, Saguna rice technique. This will help stubble burning in Punjab and Haryana, because through this technique there is no need to till the land. So this is a zero tilling technique which is used to cultivate rice and related rotation crops without ploughing, without puddling, or without transplanting the rice on a permanent raised beds. Okay, this reduces the this stubble burning. There is Happy Seeder is also there, which is developed by this Punjab University. This also reduces the stubble burning, because through this Happy Seeder, no need to till the land. Directly the seeds can be sowed in the soil without cutting the stubble. They are doing this. Then Himalayan, these things are to reduce the stubble burning only, okay, which is causing huge pollution in Delhi around region, NCR Delhi. All these, when the power center is present in Delhi, so they are asking the institutes to make the technique so that the pollution is reduced in Delhi. Then Himalayan Chandra telescope. This is an optical infrared telescope that aims to study solar system bodies and star formation in external galaxies. So it is installed at Ladakh. Okay. Then phosphine gas, which is important. Yesterday we have seen this, not yesterday, 2-3 days back, we have seen these things. What is that called? Multilateral MECS, multilateral export control regimes. So one of the in one of the thing, they are controlling these chemical weapons. Which group it is? Chemical and biological weapons. Is it nuclear suppliers group, or Wassenaar arrangement, or it is Australian group, or what is other group? Missile technology control regime. So it is Australian group, which looks into this controlling the export of chemical and biological weapons. So phosphine gas, this is a flammable gas due to the breakdown of this organic matter. So this is used as a chemical weapon in the World War I times, and this phosphine gas is also used in semiconductor industry. Why this gas is also important? Because this particular gas is present most abundantly in Venus. So as this gas is produced by the breakdown of this organic matter, so it means that there is certain organic matter present in the Venus. If you say that there is certain organic matter present in the Venus, that means there is some sign of life in the Venus in the past. So we are going to study these kind of things through this Shukrayan mission. Then Thoothukudi is also present in the news, because India is planning to set up the second launch port Apart from Sriharikota, there is second satellite launch port they are planning to set up in Thoothukudi. Why this particular place is being selected, Thoothukudi or Sriharikota? Anyone? The place is selected which is very much near to the equator. So why it is equator? Because in the equator there is centrifugal force. So there is less gravity. Gravity is towards the earth and centrifugal is away from the earth. So this at the equator there is more centrifugal force which lessens the gravitational force of the earth. So that is the reason why they are placed, these kind of centers are located very near to the equator, so that it is very easy to raise the satellite. So gravitational force do not act as much resistive force to lifting the satellites. If these satellite launching missions are present in the Arctic Ocean or somewhere in the near North Pole, then the gravity is very high there. It is not 9.8. It is more than this 9.8. So because of that, we need more fuel and more expenditure on energy to lift the rocket. That is the reason why these rockets, the rocket launching satellites, rocket launching satellites are placed near to the equator. Places are placed near to the equator. Thoothukudi is one of the things. Then Unicorn is there, which I already explained, the smallest known black hole in the Milky Way galaxy closest to the solar system. Then Centaur objects. Centaur objects, these are the objects of small icy bodies, we say, which are similar in size to the asteroid, and but composition it contains comets. So know the difference between asteroids and comets. What is the difference between asteroid and comet? So know the difference between asteroid and comet. One is very much solid and one is very much presence of gases are present more in the comet. Asteroid is a planetary body only, but they don't have characteristics of a planet. Then lunar polar exploration. This is a joint mission of India and Japan. This will be launched in 2023. This mission intends to obtain data on quantity and forms of water resources on the moon, in which Chandrayaan mission 2 is also planning to send to the south pole of the moon only, because there are certain water traces found by Chandrayaan mission 1. So that is the reason why we are sending to this south pole or north pole. Just revise North Pole or South Pole, I think. So just revise what is it, South Pole or North Pole, Chandrayaan mission 2. Then Square Kilometer Array, world's largest radio telescope. It is intergovernmental project of 10 members, which is India is also one of the part of it. This it is a radio telescope. So what is the difference between radio telescope and optical telescopes is important. So optical telescope means visible light. It is visible, only we can detect the thing. But there are many things which are undetectable in the space. Because for example, in electromagnetic waves, various waves are there. Visible light is there, infrared light is there, microwaves are there, UV is there, radio waves are there, radio waves and gamma waves is also there. This radio waves here, gamma, UV, gamma, and X-rays. This is how. So know the energy, know the wavelength. So this only visible light we can see. Rest all we cannot see. Rest all like electromagnetic waves we cannot see. So that is the reason why we have developed these radio telescopes to detect the invisible gas, which can reveal the areas of the space that may be obstructed due to the cosmic dust. Okay. Perseverance mission is also one of the mission by NASA about mission of Mars to send Mars. Okay. Then asteroid impact and deflection assessment is there. This is joint mission of NASA and ESA. The name itself says asteroid impact and deflection. So how to deflect the asteroid which is going to hit the Earth, and what is the impact of this if this particular asteroid is going to hit the Earth. So post impact and pre-impact, all these things is studied by this joint mission of NASA and ESA, which is called as asteroid impact deflection assessment. Then InSight mission, the name itself says seeing inside, InSight. So NASA's first mission to peer deep beneath the Martian surface. So now what we are looking is on the Mars surface only we are looking, but through this InSight mission we are looking deep into the Mars surface. What are the minerals present in this Mars surface? We are seeing through InSight mission. Then Al Amal that is the HOPE mission. This is the first Arab interplanetary mission to Mars. This is what I said, HOPE mission or Al Amal. This is the Al Amal. This is the fifth. UAE is the fifth country to send have some mission on Mars. USA, EU, Russia, India. So UAE became fifth such a country. So there are China is also planning to launch. Then there are defense important missiles. Nowadays, from past 2 years, nothing much is happening in the defense. Everything is going virtual only. That is the reason why there are few only. If there are any other things, then I will definitely send you the notes. Then Rudra M1 mission is there. Rudra M1 mission is a new generation anti-radiation missile, which is successfully tested in by DRDO. Rudra, remember this Rudra as anti-radiation. As you know that Rudra is the other name of Lord Shiva. So Shiva, when he opens his third eye, then there is a lot of radiation comes. So this is how you remember. You have to remember. The Naga. Naga is a anti-tank missile. So you know how to this dismantle this tanks. So we have to go below the tank. So to make it dismantle. So this is how I remember. So Naga, the snake goes below the tank and it dismantles the tank. So this Rudra, Naga, you remember these things. They can ask in the match the following. So it uses tandem high exposure anti-tank. That is heat, tandem heat. Tandem means it refers to the missiles using more than one detonation in order to effectively penetrate into protective armors. So tank is a very powerful, very strong vehicle. If you have to dismantle it, then or if you have to destroy it, it needs a lot of energy. So it uses more than one detonation. So that means 2 to 3 bombs they use and they destroy this tank. Then there is smart missile. Smart missile is supersonic missile assisted release of torpedo. This torpedo is anti-submarine. So generally torpedoes are anti-submarine only. So remember this Naga, which is anti-tank. Rudra smart is a torpedo. Torpedo means anti-submarine, used in anti-submarine warfare. And BrahMos missile is there. Initially, its range is only 290 kilometers, but now they have extended to 400 kilometers. And this is two-stage missile, which which has this solid propellant booster and liquid ramjet engine is also there, which uses this ramjet and scramjet are new technologies. Scramjet. So what is this technique is that they use the atmospheric oxygen as oxidation to burn the fuel. So there is less amount of oxygen which can be carried from the ground. So as they use atmospheric oxygen, so it is less weight and it goes faster. So fuel scarcity will not be there. So this is also called as air breathing technique. Air breathing technique. So as the missiles are taking the oxygen when they are traveling, so this is called they are breathing. That is what we say. Can also be launched from submarines also, which is 50 meters below the water surface. So this BrahMos came from the name Brahmaputra and Moskova. They are the two rivers of Russia. So these are certain topics which I thought to discuss. Before time only I'm leaving you, because in science and tech much topics are not there. As I said, I am taking one more class on government schemes of the ministries, yojanas and ministries. There I will explain if there are any important schemes which are released by Ministry of Science and Technology. Now remember these things. If there are any important, I will send it